Hey Yas, what's up?
Hi, Tanya. I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. I'm really good because I'm really excited about today when we're talking all about our favorite road trip foods.
Yes, I'm excited too. Road trip. First of all, road trips are just exciting by themselves. Hello. And it's good to talk about like what you're gonna bring, like how do you do it in a way that's sustainable and healthy and tasty?
I fully agree. And also, that isn't too overwhelming, not overthought, and isn't too much work. So I think that it's about a fine balance. And for me, that's taken a little while. But those who know me, like Yas, even if I'm going, let's say, to acupuncture and I'm going to be gone out of my house for 3 hours, I pack a cooler. That's just who I am. So, I'm going to share with you if I was going on, like, let's say a whole day trip. Let's just pretend right now, because it's getting into summer, that I'm going to the beach for the day. Okay. We're going to the beach, Yaz.
Woo! I'm in.
Okay. So we're going to the beach. So first and foremost, guys, water. So for me, this has been really helpful. This here will sit in my cup holder, so I don't have to be fiddling with the lid on and off. And that's going to be my driving water, my sipping water as I drive,
Nice.
So, but you see this big bad boy here? I'm going to literally take you through my cooler. It is flanked with 2 other water bottles, and there also might be one inside. So I like to have these full when I leave, because as we know, sources of water are important, and I'm not one who's going to want to, myself personally, if I don't have to, consume tap water, consume bottled water out of plastic containers, etc. So I bring a lot of water. So you can see I have a lot of water bottles, and people always like, why do you have so many water bottles? Road trip, right?
Right?
So I'm going to literally unpack my cooler, but can we take a moment? This is so fun. It's a backpack.
I love this backpack. It's awesome. It looks so ergonomical.
It's so comfortable. My husband actually got it for like Christmas or his birthday a while back. So, I mean, when someone gives something to your husband, it's also gifted to you, right? Like, clearly. So let's open it up. It's so fun. So, and also, fun fact, when I go away, when we go out west or whatever, I use this as my carry-on, because then when we're out west and we go hiking, this is our backpack for the day.
Right? So smart.
Super cool. Okay. So we're starting with the top here. I might not do it in order with meals, but there's a specific way I pack this so it's stress-free and to make it easy. So lighter things on top. So these are some crackers, which I always bring with me, crackers and cheese, because it's comforting. We had a whole episode on crackers and cheese in season 1, right?
Totally. I love crackers.
And I don't feel like I always have to take it out of the initial container. Am I going to eat this whole bag? Well, maybe, but no, in theory. So always having reusable clips, I find so helpful. So I kind of put my lighter stuff on top so I don't squash it. So breakfast. Breakfast, I like to encourage myself, if possible, to take a break, to not eat necessarily while I'm driving or navigating, because I want to make sure I'm fully digesting my food. So a lot of the times I'll go into, and I'll pop up a picture here because it's going to be hard to see, but this is just my TLC, like green adaptogen pudding. I didn't top it with berries and flax and everything, just because I don't plan to eat this right now, because it's dinner with the girls. I'm going to eat my other main. But so what I do is I just put all my fruit on here, my flax, just like you see it in the picture. And then you pull over, even if you're sitting in your car, and I like to take a moment if possible. And just to let you know, I always try to make accessible in the top part of my coolers what I'm packing, things like cutlery, napkins, etc. So I just kind of take out my spoon, and that's what I would be having for breakfast. And you want to know why? Because it has like everything. It has like all the protein, all the essential fats, all the greens, like spirulina, like dulse, like greens up by CanPrev, so much spinach. So in my mind, when we're road tripping, I want comfort foods a lot later on. So if I can get a lot of good stuff in my breakfast, you get what I'm saying? That balance?
Totally. Yep. Nice planning.
So actually, now that we're in my little pouch, this little pouch here, again, cutlery. And I like to put my pre-packaged snacky snacks on the top to grab easily. Have you ever tried these, Yas?
Yeah, those
like
are good.
Star crackers.
Yes, those are like such a comfort food.
right?
Yeah.
So comfort food road trip. So I like to not put all the pressure to pack everything that I make from scratch. Surely I do have a combination. Like you'll see in here, I have some of like my granola bars in this reusable plastic bag, and I'll just pack like a bunch of these or whatever, super filling and nutrient dense, but it's a road trip, right? So we want to have some of our snacky snack foods. Oh, sorry. But I mean, these are better choices. And I bring usually some chocolate, some organic, dark chocolate bars, like fun stuff like that, right?
Yeah, totally.
And I try to leave that at the top where it's easier to grab, while you're driving, if you want to safely have a little munch there. Hello, cookies. Right?
I mean, right? It's a road trip.
Right.
Cookies.
These are the mac and chip cookies, actually. We actually talked about those two in season 1, dinner for dessert for dinner.
Yes, that's right.
And with all the comfort too, I still do try, obviously, my best to have something that's super nutrient dense as well to snack. Like nuts are a good one, seeds, etc. But again, I don't always have my own made up, so I really like grabbing like a Prana mix. They have a lot of good stuff in there, organic. So I'm loving this one right now. Have you tried this one?
Yes. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Yes.
Isn't it so good?
Mm-hmm.
So main event, I told you there'd be another water bottle in here with, this one's not filled with water because we're not on the road yet. I do like to take my Centivia stick, which in case I drain all of these water bottles because it's a really hot day at the beach and I do need to, have tap water or whatever, at least I know that this is filtering out some of the contaminants and adding some minerals in there. So really super easy to travel with as well.
Nice.
And for the main event, there's the cheese though to go with mac crackers. We got some Green Goddess goat cheese, yummy.
Oh, and that it looks so cheesy. Like I love that.
I know, right? Like literally, so the texture cheesiness. So we talked about this on Sandwich Day in season 1, and I love sandwiches so much. So one of the easiest foods for me, and if you've ever road tripped with me, you're going to know one of my go-tos is the chickpea salad wrap because
totally
it really is quite portable. It doesn't fall apart when you're wrapping it up tight or whatever. And it's just super easy to eat. And you can make it versatile. Like this morning, I didn't have any spinach left after I made my pudding, and I didn't have any romaine. And that's okay. I threw in a whole bunch of microgreens, etc. So super easy. Again, we talk about it in detail on the sandwich episode, ingredients and whatever. And then options. Sometimes wraps aren't going to work. You're like, if you're at the beach and you get like sand in your wrap and whatever, like that makes me
that makes it crunchy in a way that's not good.
Like it literally makes me want to gag. So a lot of the times too, as a second option, I'll keep a lot of plastic containers to reuse because again, we're not putting anything hot in here, liquids, etc. And you can just kind of take your chickpea salad wrap, or if you had egg salad or tuna salad a la carte, and dip some crackers in there, you know what I mean? Pair it with some veggies, some dip. As you can see, I don't have veggies and dip. We're at the end. I don't have like cut up fruit or whatever. For me, like that's just a given, like kind of for snacks. But I'm not gonna lie, Yaz, I don't always include like veggies and like hummus and dip on my road trips because it's a road trip. I'm going to be so honest with you. And, we strive to eat as well as we can in our day-to-day life. And these are some of the times where you find the balance. And when I look at what I pulled out here on the table, this is good food. So I'm not going to force myself to have celery and dip on the road if it doesn't feel right for me. And normally it doesn't feel right for me to have celery and dip on the road, right? Like,
there you go. Fun.
Exactly. And last but not least, sometimes I don't pack enough for a third meal because after we spent the day at the beach, I'm picturing it after we spent the day at the beach, we're tired. I do plan on the way home to stop somewhere and have a bite to eat. And again, I think that's all part of the road tripping experience and that balance.
Yeah. You got to have balance. Totally. Oh, I love that. It's so true.
Yeah,
awesome.
For sure. So those are my favorite kind of go-tos, cheese and crackers, the grab and go snacks or whatever. Having a good size cooler, and then having different sizes coolers. This is maybe my little acupuncture. This is maybe like a longer trip, but just having the stuff available at home, I think is going to makes it so much easier, right?
Well, it does. And I feel like your backpack, like, when you have the right thing to carry your stuff in, it makes a huge difference. And I'd say I need to upgrade because like right now I use like this kind of lunch bag, which is not bad because it's nice and big. I find so many lunch bags aren't big enough. So, and this one often I take like to work when I'm, working at the hospital, I'm there for 12 hours. I put food in that. Or I mean, say you're going on like a really long road trip and you're going with your family and you need like more room, then I love these bags from Goodness Me. They're like insulated. They have a zipper. They're a little bit expensive. Like when we bought them, they're like $6 each, but they're pretty useful. I feel like it's worth it. So, the right tool helps.
Use them a lot. Yeah. Like over the span of its lifetime, what's $6?
Oh, exactly. Right. So I kind of went a little different because and that's what I wanted to say about what you did is, it's great to just think of like, oh, just grab some stuff out of the cupboard, like, that nut mix and, those crackers. Cause I'm like, wait a second, I have those things too kicking around, but I just need the right bag to put it in, especially with the water.
Yeah, or clips, even if you want to take the whole bag, like, you know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah, like I love that. That makes it really easy. So I planned a little bit more for mine. And I'm also a fan of the Yeti cup, clearly. So I typically fast, as most people know, we've been talking on this show that I like to fast. And so that means, usually I need a Yeti cup with black coffee, or sometimes it's going to be a black tea. And then whenever I'm ready to eat, that's usually when I would have a smoothie especially in the warmer weather.
Yeah.
Or I might have and I put it in this, or a different Yeti cup, a soup. And so then I've got, something that's going to break my fast, like really good, like with the right nutrients, with the right amount of fats, with plant ingredients, and it tastes good. For me, it's got to taste good. So both of these, this is like a chocolate smoothie, and there's so many good soups out there. Especially I make one of yours, Tanya, that is like amazing. It's the extra creamy cauliflower soup. That one is just so good for breaking your fast. So I just put that in the Yeti cup. And then I know like my first meal, kind of like yours, same kind of philosophy, that first time you eat, you get some really good nutrients in, because then you're going to have energy for the road trip and to have fun and do all that stuff. Right. So, and maybe you're walking a lot or being, it's just different, fresh air. So you need, some good nutrients.
For sure. And I just want to reiterate again, I love how, you can stay true to what you're doing. We can all stay true to what we're doing, even on a road trips. You were staying true to breaking your fast with the right macros in multiple ways. You've just given us multiple examples. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, thank you. I'm kind of proud of that because, like I say, it makes me feel good. And then I don't have an energy crash and, I can really enjoy my time. And so I put together, something that would be typical for me because, I am kind of a cut up veggies, especially in the summer and like the warmer weather. I feel like I do want some veggies. And classically, when we would go to the beach, I remember, like packing up, carrot sticks and all these things, but then you'd have really yummy dips. And I have to tell you, I found a yummy, healthy dip that I look forward to. So it's baba ganoush. So I don't know if I said that right.
That's how I say it. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going with.
So there you go. And it turns out it's not hard to make. I found a recipe, like it just kind of came up and like, this is it here. And, we can pop up a picture as well. And it's roasted eggplant and olive oil. Like it's very savory and tasty. So I enjoy that. Just even the smell. It's like,
I know my mouth is watering from here. I'm like, okay, I might bring vegetables for that. Maybe I'll bring veggies on the road trip.
Yeah, it just hummus. It was like a really good homemade, but I'm into the baba ganoush lately. So that just was a no-brainer for me because it's so portable. And then I have cookies too. I have your cookies. I already took a little bite out of one.
I love it.
I know, right? I was like, ooh, that's so good. It's your peppermint cacao cookies.
Those are my fave, yes. Those are my
Say,
fave.
I gotta tell you. So I've been fasting for a long time, right? Years now, and off and on, doing all the different kinds, and I've broken my fast with bad things, like something sugary, not a full-on donut, because I know I'd be like sleeping in like half an hour. But I've definitely played around with breaking my fast. And I have to say, like, as I was preparing for the show today, I broke my fast with some cookies, and I didn't feel yucky. Like, I felt good. So I was really proud. And I keep these in the, just like a batch in the fridge. I haven't tried, like you talked about on the air fryer thing. I got to try these guys in the air fryer. Like, because I mean, honestly, like, it looks like the most decadent cookie you could ever eat. So that's what's on my road trip. Of course, a tea. I always, like to have tea because I'm a tea girl, and I love a Yeti cup, and this one's just so pretty. So that's my road trip foods. And to be honest, I want to say, and I want to agree that, yeah, if I'm out and I'm out all day and I need dinner out, I'm probably going to be getting it out. Let's just be honest. So, okay, there we go.
And no, I just wanted to reiterate, because I'm not really a tea or hot beverage girl. You know me, I like my adaptogen lattes in the winter, but like when the warm comes, I'm done with it. But think about how easy it is and how many people, which is fine, but just in general, hit that DT every single day for coffee, tea, or lattes. And tea is something, lattes, coffee, it's something we can bring from home so easily. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the quality of what's in your tea is going to be a lot different from the drive-through teas that you're going to get.
My God, like night and day. And I have to say, I'm glad that you brought this up, because we always classically started our road trips by hitting, usually Timmy's, getting the double and probably a bagel, or, or the donuts, or God forbid the Timbits. And I find now that I've been away from that and making my own tea and my own coffee, because I get good coffee. You don't chintz out on the coffee, you get good organic coffee, and that's what I do. And I just, now when I go to even Starbucks, I'm kind of like, So anyway, I love bringing it from home. And the Yeti cup, honestly, no connection. It's just good, useful stuff.
I know, I agree. And lastly, if you don't mind, I love that you brought that up too. I just want to reiterate, you're right. It's so beautiful to look back on journeys of where you started. It has been so long for me since I started my road trips at the drive-through that you forget. And when you said it, I'm like, yeah, you're right. And when you said, and maybe this, in my head, I was like, I used to get all of them. Literally, breakfast sandwich, double for sure. Definitely the combo's coming with the hash brown. And you're like, we're going to need Timbits for later, and Timbits. So like we would get all of it, and my window would be down and I'd be having my first smoke with my coffee. So thank you for reminding me of that, because I'm not unhappy where I am with this. I'm happier.
Yeah, amazing. And agreed. I feel in the same place. So yeah. How fun. Oh my gosh, road trip.
Okay, so stay where you are. I'm going to pack up all my shit and I'm going to come pick you up, and we're going to go on a road trip right now with our food.
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay, guys, we got to go, but we will see you next time, and have a good one.
See you next time.
Bye.